It is a great honor for me to share with you this day to celebrate Canada Indigenous Peoples Month. It is the month of June, the National Month of Indigenous Peoples. Like Indigenous History Month, it is a time to recognize and celebrate the various languages, subcultures, and spiritual beliefs of First Nations. For generations, many Indigenous peoples and communities have celebrated their culture and heritage at this time due to its importance at the longest day of the year, the summer solstice. National Indigenous Peoples Month recognizes the history, heritage, and diversity of Canada's Indigenous peoples and provides an excellent opportunity for classrooms, workplace, and social media users from all walks of life to celebrate the Indigenous peoples. On this occasion, I would like to remember from Canada to Ecuador, my country, we also celebrate the Inti Raymi, the Sun Festival. It is also celebrated in Peru. The Pachamama, Mother Earth Festival, and the Sun God Festival. Ecuador is a privileged country. Ecuador is not only the country in the middle of the world, it is a country of the big sun, of the straight sun. It is a flowering country. It is a country of diversity, of interculturality, of multiculturality. Therefore, with enormous joy and enthusiasm, we celebrate the Inti Raymi and we do it together with our brothers and sisters. So these meetings and places are to share the restored social relationships of solidarity and brotherhood. Within the indigenous wisdom, this space of cohesion is not reserved, closed, controlled. On the contrary, it is open to everyone with equal opportunities and enrichment of the principle of multiculturality. It gives me enormous joy and satisfaction to share the Harvest Festival with all of you, which is more important than ever in the history of humanity and in the history of our people. So he has also explained the current situation of Ecuador. So nowadays there are manifestations about the political party, against the political party. So finally, he said that I would like to reclaim that this celebration here in Canada is helping to recognize not only the contribution of Indigenous people in Canada's past, but also their role in building the country's future. So in conclusion, I present my thanks to the President of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Canada, to the Indigenous peoples of Canada for allowing us to be here this day with you. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you very much. Under the guidance of our spiritual leader, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, may Allah be his helper, Ahmadiyya Muslim Jammat Canada is extending hand of friendship and love to all the communities, including the indigenous people of Canada. The work done in this respect would be presented in the report by Mukadam Lukman Chatta Sahib, our in charge of indigenous desk. I request him to please address us. Mukadam Lukman Chatta Sahib.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessings upon all you. Service to humanity is one of the core principles our faith is based upon. And our motto, love for all, hatred for none, force for change. This is what we practice in our daily life. We like to work with all communities, regardless of their faith, color, creed, or ethnicity, and explore opportunities where we can work together with other communities that can make us all strong. we have worked with indigenous communities and our friends from indigenous communities across Canada on projects that are near and dear to them. Ideally, an educational event supporting a scholarship for indigenous students attending a sports activity engaging our youth. This whole journey starts with the visit of His Holiness, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, the fifth Caliph of Ahmadiyya Muslim Jammat. Back in 2016, during his visit in Calgary, there was a delegate of indigenous leaders. They met His Holiness and asked for his prayers and guidance. And since then, under the instruction of His Holiness, we started working with indigenous communities of Canada. Different programs engaging religious communities were held across Canada from east to west coast. Presentation is going live on the TV, so that can also be used on both sides. This is one event happening in Newfoundland, where our national president is having an event over there. Then we had this event in Nova Scotia with meeting at First Nations community. Then there was another project of educational background sharing knowledge. This was conducted by Aiwanay Tahir with the First Nation friends, and this was a project management course done over there. Then our leadership, we had one event back in 2017, I believe, of food drive. We worked with the Mississauga First Nations, and we had this event back then. Then this is another very important project done between Ahmadiyya Muslim Jammat and the First Nations in Regina, standing up for First Nations. This was a project which was worked in coordination, and Ahmadiyya Muslim Jammat provided all the manpower to have this project. This is another example of work done with the youth members of indigenous communities. This is a tournament held in Edmonton, and it's kind of becoming a routine practice now. And at this stage, we are planning to hold a bigger level event. We are inviting multiple different teams to have an event on a bigger scale. This is another event happening in Saskatchewan, where local indigenous friendship center was visited and food was shared. Ahmadiyya Muslim Jammat Vancouver chapter had a program for sharing knowledge and building bridges with our friendship with indigenous communities of Canada. This was another event happening in Edmonton with 57 nations of Alberta. This was a conference held with our friends. So far, across Canada, we have visited more than 77 reserves, met chiefs, council members, and different elders, leaders, more than 200, starting from Ontario all the way to presided and covering every province, every territory across Canada. Just alone in year 2021, during the tough times of COVID, that did not hold us back to keep us working with our friends of indigenous communities. Still, with the restrictions, keeping in mind, we visited 17 reserves. Sometimes during winter times, there are far remote areas. There is a need of food or some walk routes. So we keep on working with our indigenous friends. Then 21 plus food driving events happen across Canada. In these outreach sessions, more than 800 attendees attended to those sessions, and with the help of social media, more than 100,000 members were outreached. During the times of COVID, we extended our help, assistance, and sent letters to reserves, different communities, and offered our help in whatever capacity we can offer. As I said, we had a series of virtual events organized, food drives, conducted, and then our national president were also part of in those online events which we held with our indigenous friends. To portray the work done so far, we developed a website that anyone can go and visit this website. This is indigenous.ca. If you go there, then you can see the work done across different communities across Canada. This is just one example of many different events across Canada. We held it during COVID times. Some of the pictures of the work done in different parts of Canada. Then, during the unfortunate and sad event, or in fact discovery happened in the camp of 215 children last day, and later on more such discoveries happened. This was a very tough time, and we were all sad in those times. And the Muslim Jammat openly launched a campaign, and we shared a press release and shared our condolences and thoughts, and solidarity with our indigenous friends and communities. We reached out to friends through text messages, by having phone calls, and wherever it was possible to get that. At the end, the message is that we all keep on working to building such strong relationships to make our community strong, and keep on sharing such good values. Encouragement is that we visit our indigenous friends, communities, events, and invite our call friends. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alhaj. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful, I bear witness that there is none worthy of worship except Allah, and Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, is his servant and his messenger. Respected Chief Stacy Lal Khan, Consul General of Ecuador, my respected indigenous brothers and sisters, and other guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessings of God be upon all of you. On behalf of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jammat Canada, I thank you all for honoring us here in Maple 1. We are happy to meet with you, and we have enjoyed your wonderful company. I believe that indigenous people of Canada and Ahmadiyya Muslim Jammat have many commonalities that we can share with each other. This will bring us closer together.